And we are live once more for another week of Polyhedra, i.e. the Light of Thylea plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Welcome back, y'all. I am going to try to get my audio to sync up with my lips. It is going to be a thing that is going to be in the making. We had just chatted about that as we're leading into... Oh my gosh. And of course, once again, my monitor is freaking out because I forgot to turn down the audio on that and had to go through the speakers instead. So if you guys heard me there twice, it was not the lag. It was just me being silly. But welcome back, y'all. We had a phenomenal week last week, and that is thanks to you guys. It was amazing. We had 4 different raids. We had so many people watching. You guys are an amazing, amazing community to be doing this with. So thank you guys so much for coming back week after week and watching the Odyssey of these phenomenal heroes and people playing this. So with that, that's one of the big ones that I wanted to just say thank you for. Additionally, we have some news. As you guys were able to tell last week, it is not Crane who has the next piece of art that is going to be released by Lonebird, but in fact it is going to be Brissa. So super excited about that. First things first, I think I want to show off Brissa, and you guys just admire how amazing that art is. It is absolutely stunning. Here, let me see if I can switch it over. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to do some fixing there too. As you guys can probably tell currently, my people are not showing up. So let's see if I can fix that real quick. Yep, gonna have to do that hard fix in a little minute here, but that is going to be a little bit broken. Let me just turn that. Let me just
a little off,
Yeah, just a tad. I'm just gonna turn that off for a little second. So you're gonna hear some disembodied voices of these people chatting about Brissa. Actually, maybe I'll just do it. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Oh wait, no, that's
my
Sunday
god.
night.
A little look behind it. We have another stream on Sundays. It's Curse of Strahd and a group called Septimperium. We have been working on getting a nicer layout, kind of like these guys have. And long story short on that, I was futzing around with some of those designs and inputs, and clearly futzed up everything in the process. So as these guys are going to talk about phenomenal art by Lonebird, Reza is the artist. Please go ahead, Alex. Tell us a little bit about the Brissa design and your choices and the input that you had for that art. As I fix this real quick.
So David told me this would be next level, so everyone can get super excited.
Yeah. I see what you're doing.
But no, yeah. So this is like a future Brissa, right? So we're but now we just can't kill her. So now we're safe.
I mean, I don't know about that either. That's so many assumptions to do.
Yeah. It is.
Now she's gonna like fall in a bottomless ravine, the very encounter that dings us to level 7 when she would get the dragon. That's exactly
it'll have to be now, right?
Yeah, watching Brissa die is what levels everyone else up.
This is the scene of the dragon sneaking up behind her and killing her.
Oh, but yeah.
Stop giving away my secrets, Andrew.
There, so that's exciting, and Goldie is currently in the campaign.
Goldie is in the campaign. That is true. Who is Goldie? If this is the first time somebody's watching this, as I adjust the video on the fly, they're like, "What the kind of a stream is this?" Oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah. So who's Goldie?
So Goldie is, the unofficial mascot of our, group so far, because we only have one pet, right? So, but yeah, so he's our, group pseudo dragon-ish, you could say. So he's pretty awesome. He's a little shy, I would say, but he's brave at the same time. He just disobeys me when I say just stick next to me, and then he just flies off and tries to, be a hero against a giant flying. What was that? I forget the chimera.
Harpy.
Right?
The Manticore?
Yeah, Manticore. There we go. Yeah.
Saved my ass.
Of course, then you turned around in the PvP and sliced him in half. So
that was brutal. Alrighty. And tell the audience a little bit. So why is there a dragon in the background for Brissa? This is a little bit of a sneak peek into the future for sure, but.
Yeah, so at level 7, I will get a, young wormling, right? So definitely a little bit smaller than this, right? I think it's probably like about the size of me. So I'll get a wormling at level 7, which will be super, super awesome. And I'm like super excited to have that. And then eventually, through the story and leveling up, it will grow into a young adult gold dragon as well. So that will be
Yeah.
super fun. And then at that point, I can actually, you can kind of see it there, but there's like straps and everything for a saddle. So at that point, I'll be able to like climb onto a saddle and actually ride it. And the best part is I will also get its like senses, so I'll get like blind sight and everything like that too.
Heck yes. One of my
and if
favorite
you-
parts of Aragon, the book Aragon, was when he and Saphira's minds melded and he saw the world from a dragon's perspective. It was so good.
It was really awesome. I love that series.
Too bad the movie wasn't.
I know.
So
I was
bad.
just thinking that.
The
I was
movie was so
just
bad.
thinking
What are you
that.
going to do?
Watch this instead, so you see what a good mind melt. And don't watch Rick and Morty and make fun of us. Okay, I mean, you could probably
Never
still do
watched
that.
Aragon.
You know, I
Um,
just
never,
want to say,
ever
looking
watched
at this, I just want to say, looking at this picture of Brissa Lundberg, if you're watching, if you're listening, like the whole thing is awesome, but that glaive is friggin' fantastic. I mean, that
Yeah.
just
Super
jumps
cool.
right out at me as just, damn, that's an epic looking weapon right there.
I found
Damn,
like a
that's my
bunch of
jam.
glaives, and I was like, I really like this handle, I really like this blade, but can we make it like dragon themed and stuff? And he was like, "Hey, we can do
Yeah, I
that."
was actually just about to ask you, like, how much input did you give him with that stuff?
I gave him quite a bit of input, yeah. So, and we can also see that, I guess I have a cool looking belt, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, get out of here.
On.
And I know what you're trying to do there. You know when you're gonna get that.
Be careful, because Rhodas had a cool looking belt and it got melded right off of him last week. So,
Oh. Alrighty, y'all. So yeah, amazing new piece of artwork that we're going to be seeing of Brissa from here on out. Super excited about that. And that reminds me too, I should probably update some things in Foundry as well. Have you guys been seeing any cool things that you guys wanted to call out for the nerd world out there? Anything that you guys wanted to say, hey, you guys might want to check this out before we get going today?
Magic had its first, kind of spoilers for its D&D set. So, I think there was Tiamat in there. There was a bag. I forget what the bag one was.
There's a portable hole.
Yeah, portable. There we go. But yeah, so it's super super awesome. I'm really excited for that set.
I'm super excited.
And power word kill. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Powered kill, yeah, obviously very excited about that. Every DM out there absolutely loves that for obvious reasons. But yeah, Tiamat looks like a very cool additional option if you're running some kind of an Ur deck. And when that drops, I might do some streaming because I miss doing MTG stuff. And for a stream, it'd be fun to kind of do that. So maybe look out for that one in the future too. You don't do any streaming, right, Alex?
No, not at all.
Okay, no problem. Maybe you can just be like a voice in the background as we're chatting about decks and stuff like that. But there is another streamer, and I have that on my to-do on the announcement list. One of our own has started streaming, and that would be Tyler. Tyler, tell us a little bit about what you're streaming and when can we catch you?
I don't really have a schedule. I haven't really made a schedule yet. It's pretty much when I get home from work. So anytime after 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I've just been playing Pokemon Snap, but Friday I'm gonna play Resident Evil.
Ooh, what is the new one?
That's when it
Village?
comes out.
Right?
Village?
Yeah.
I used to really love the Resident Evil series. Maybe because of the weird camera angles. It just reminded me of Metal Gear Solid 2, and it kind of like you had these awkward angles where you kind of like locked in from where you can look at. And it was like it was part of the challenge of the game. You know what I mean? Like trying to not get killed because you couldn't see something properly. So yeah, I always enjoyed that kind of stuff. Is that kind of like over the shoulder kind of stuff, or
Resident Evil Village is first person.
ooh,
I'm pretty
interesting.
sure, like mainly first person.
Awesome, cool.
Pokemon Snap's been super fun though.
Yeah, lots of apple
Looks
throwing.
super
Looks
fun,
like.
yeah.
What was that during the debut stream, or was that another one where you just like accidentally had like the audio settings low and I was just like, yes, Magikarp, that's right.
Yeah. On this, so after the first one, I redid literally everything,
Pokemon
the second
ASMR,
one.
baby.
and I completely forgot to adjust the volume settings, so the game was like 10 times louder than I was. So it just sounded like I was whispering into the void while I was playing Pokemon Snap.
Hey, people pay good money for that ASMR stuff. I mean, you know, Yanni.
I should have labeled it
ASMR.
ASMR. I should go edit it, put ASMR on the bottom.
Alrighty, cool.
That's the algorithm.
Yeah,
Right, that's right.
the owl algorithm. Is there anything else that you guys have that you guys wanted to call out before we jump back in?
The Reddit?
Go for it. You want to tell the world about the Polyhedra Reddit that currently is still a procedurally generated FPS? Damn it.
Yeah, we have a Polyhedra Reddit that is just a procedural generated FPS.
Background story.
No, it's
If you want to tell it.
yeah, we snagged the name off someone who wasn't using it, and
Okay.
now we're trying to get the community built up and help everyone have a voice. And yeah, it's a great place to go. Get about it.
Long story short on that one, what happened was somebody back in 2013 or something like that had made a game that was a procedurally generated FPS shooter, which is a little bit, of course, redundant there. But what happened was they obviously never got much success with it, so it went by the wayside. So subreddit Polyhedra became available because unmoderated. So I pitched it for it. We got it. So if you want to head over to the subreddit and chat with the community there, compare builds, and that's actually the big thing. Andrew, do you want to tell them about the kindergarten? Is that what you called it?
I call it my character kindergarten. Just like a bunch of different characters that could be used in any game or could just be thought experiments. And I like seeing what other people come up with. We were talking about it after the stream last week, and yeah, it's just I think it's a really great thing for the community to be able to, you know, talk about each other's weird characters, because I don't have many people to share that kind of thing with, and I'd love to share it with you guys. So that's basically it. Yeah.
Hells yeah. Alrighty. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and head over to the subreddit Polyhedra, so r/Polyhedra, and post those things, be part of the community. We'd love to have you. And of course, if you want to join a game like this one, head on down to polyhedra.io, fill out that form, and apply. We're opening other games as well. There's going to be actually another Odyssey game that's going to be opening with one of our DMs. So if you want to be part of that, let me know. In any case, I think we've delayed enough. There is some characters to be killed, particularly Brissa, after having just made the art for her. So I think it's time that we delve back in. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, well with that, let's get into it. So, previously in the Light of Thylea, you guys had made your long way down south towards what you now know to be the Mossy Temple. You had been told previously by the Oracle Versi, a demigod daughter of Sidons, one of the titans that seems to be antagonistically inclined towards you guys at the present moment, that her sister, Demetria, lives at this temple. What you do know about these old woods, as they are known, is that they are very much suffused with the original Fey peoples of Thylea. It seems that these woods were kind of left to the original races as part of a deal, a brokerage, as part of the oath of peace that has kept the peace for the last 500 years. Now, the Mossy Temple seems to be an old, decrepit, kind of fallen apart place that seems to have been dedicated at one time to Sidon as a large statue still erected in the middle of it. You saw it holding what looked like some kind of a metallic shield shining off like a mere light from the topside through a hole into the lower reaches of the temple. You guys were assailed upon by multitude of beasties that dwelled in the temple, either as guardians or things that just happened to be taking place up there, ranging from animated roots to black oozes, or gray oozes, actually, I think it was, for as Brissa very sadly was able to find out, as it ate away some of her armor and the weapon she is carrying. And Crane was able to solo tank whoop, 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 two statues that depicted these Gigan cyclopes. Are well there. You guys were able
to her ass done.
As you guys were able to fight through all of this insanity, you ultimately found yourselves in need of rest, which you took. During that time, part of the reason that you guys had come was that the scout of the Thylean forces, Corinna, found her way, or was trying to find her friends who had been abducted by some nymphs. You guys heard screams echoing down from a staircase that you ultimately descended and kind of started sneaking ahead of. There, you guys were immediately set upon by a bunch of goatlings who once again kept targeting Yanni, trying to insult him and fling poop-covered sling stones at him.
Malacas.
You ultimately were able to defeat them as well, And upon entering this glade that you're now in, there's a beautiful rustling of a stream, just an amazing just aroma of different kinds of exotic plants that hangs in the air. In the middle of the glade once more, you see this massive tree stump. And now that you have a moment after all of the different creatures had fallen from the tree stump, you actually realize that in the middle of it, there's a wide clay urn that has like depictions of a beautiful forest nymph kind of dancing around. Now, before we really get back into it, on the far northeastern end of the glade, you see a multitude of young Astorians, which you now are able to put together are Corinna's friends as she kind of looks towards that direction. And a field of mushrooms, some of them glowing softly, other ones just looking very enticing with the color palette that they're exhibiting. On the southwestern side of the glade, you met some satyrs as well as a nymph that said that they're not going to oppose you guys, but they're not going to help you either. Except for one, as you guys seem to be now accompanied by a satyr who took an immediate liking to the chagrin of Corinna's, to Rhodas. And that is where we're going to pick it up again this week. Lots happened. Last session was phenomenal for a multitude of reasons. Lots of exploration and development there. But is there anything that I forgot to mention that you guys want to call out before we properly delve back in?
So I was distracted checking my notes about something. Did you mention Hercus?
I did not actually mention Hercus. So Hercus is a little gnome, apparently a druid, who had turned himself into a squirrel when you guys first met him, threw some nuts at you guys until you accidentally blasted him out of his form. He dropped to the ground, warned you guys to not keep going on the path that you seem to be on, and then has been traveling with you guys ever since then. And remind me, actually, who is he traveling with? Because I know there was a bunch of jumping around for a second.
Yeah, he's with Lyra right now.
That's right. So he turned back into a squirrel and is currently traveling with you. During the fight, however, he popped back out of his form in order to get a quick heal off on Yanni, and then jumped back into his squirrel form and is now hiding back under your cloak, Lyra.
And also, once again, told us not to come down here, even though we're already down here.
What a helpful little bastard.
Hey, saved my bacon. Wait, does that mean I have plot armor? The NPCs keep healing me? I mean, it's the most powerful armor out there. Cool.
Crane will say to Corinna, do you need help getting your friends out of there? I don't think they should be eating those mushrooms.
They should not. And she kind of goes around as she starts approaching them. I will speak with them. But if you want to come, feel free. And she kind of looks at Lorius very questioningly as she just goes, but you decide what to do with this one. Giving you a hard look, Rhodas.
He can go with us. He seems very friendly.
Like father, like son? Is that where we're going here?
Yeah, I'll walk over there with Lorius.
Saria, make me a history check with advantage, and I'll call that out for you. There you go. Alrighty, as you good. As you look upon this tree stump and you see that clay urn that stands atop it, there's something familiar about it. You've certainly heard stories about some tree that was cut down, about some kind of a urn protected at the mossy temple. You can't quite put your finger on it. You think it's important. Don't remember why.
Okay. Can I inspect it?
Yep. You kind of get up on top of the tree stump, look down upon it. It has a clay stopper at the top. You look what's inside.
Sure.
Ready? Take the top off. And as you do, it's just an overwhelming, beautiful, cascading smell of roses that just hits you in the nose, comes across and seems to just wash all around. But as you look inside of it, all you see is ash. Black, flaky, piled on top of it.
Well, I'm gonna leave the dead lie where they lie. So I'm gonna put the lid back on.
Right? You put the thing back up top. As Lorius turns towards you in his lithe frame and just kind of like very hairy chest, like is kind of like, you see he definitely has taken a dagger and kind of like cleaned off certain portions, so it's very manicured. It's very sharp looking in the ways. He turns towards you, Rhodus, and just goes, so Demetria, huh? You don't aim to fight her, do you?
I hope it won't need to come to that. Suppose it'll be up to her.
Kind of bats his long eyelashes at you. I suppose. I would hate for her to hurt any part of you.
I wouldn't be concerned for me if I were you. Been hurt plenty of times.
I can't help myself. Oh, these unfortunate souls. As you guys are getting closer and closer towards that thing, you see Corina kind of has stepped forward strongly as she turns one of them around. Like, head on, and he's just like, oh hey, Corina, and turns back towards the female nobilite, socialite, and as he just kind of feeds her another little cut piece. As you guys step closer again, you see the cavern itself is just blanketed with luminescent pink and teal-colored mushrooms. The walls are hewn from smooth rock, and the slope upward from the ground, slopes upward from the ground, leaving many comfortable spots to recline. A stream of water from the adjoining glade flows into a stone basin in the floor. She
Turn to
walks
Lorius and say, any idea what's wrong with them? Seem out of their minds.
Really shouldn't say, but well, they are part of Demetria's feasts, is what I know. All I can tell you is that it's not good for them.
I can imagine.
Feast as in there, they're gonna eat them?
I mean, they're eating.
Or is it more like a feast of the flesh?
There is that too. Yeah, you guys don't even have to make an insight check. It seems like Lorius is not telling the whole story, but that might be just because he's scared Demetria, what she may be able to do to him. But maybe there's something that you can say that, will make everything better. Find a way to kind of just make peace happen. It'd be nice.
Let's hope so.
As Corina has now gone from...
is Corina making any progress?
No, she has gone from one couple to another, kind of like shaking them out. She takes one of the guys, just slaps him across the face, like, break the fuck out of it! What are you doing? And no reaction there, just like, oh, that hurt, Corina. Here, you should have some of these. Nothing. They seem to be absolutely under some kind of a thrall, some kind of a weird effect.
So are all of these people part of Corina's adventuring party? Or is it like them and random other people?
Them and random other people.
Okay, I was about to say, because that's a lot of people, and that makes me concerned that they got taken over, because there's only 6 of us.
Karina, are all your people accounted for now? Or are there still some missing?
She kind of looks around. We're still missing Marcos. Hey, Aaron, where's Marcos? I think he's sleeping right now. Sleeping sounds nice, but eating sounds nicer. as he eats another piece of the mushroom and seems to be just kind of like, almost like floating
Karina.
on something that is not there.
Karina,
Maybe-
they are too far gone. They are enthralled by Demetria. We have to face her to free your people.
I think we need to like gather up all those mushrooms and burn them or something.
I think
'em
that
from
might
eating 'em.
enrage them, and they could attack us if we take away what they crave.
Oh, that would be their mistake.
I think
Is
we
that-
should try to get them released the natural way.
Kind of feel like the more of that stuff they're eating, the deeper they're getting into the. Woohoo! That's a technical term, by the
The
way.
what? One more time, Yanni. The what?
Woohoo!
Why don't we just knock them out and get them away from this field? Then once it's out of their system, they should return back to normal in theory.
Rodus is going to go pick one of these mushrooms and offer it to Lorius.
He goes, I don't want to have my mind addled at the current juncture of this adventure you're finding yourself on. I think it might be prudent if you just put that in a little pocket of yours and we'll use it later.
So how do we undo it? On them.
Oh,
What's the antidote? Time? Is it just time?
Is it fists? Is the antidote fists? Do we have to punch them all?
I would not suggest you hurt them. That just seems so violent.
With nymph charms like this, usually, I mean, yes, time away could work, but it could take days for the effects to wear off. We could punch them into unconsciousness. That sure would work, but they're going to get hurt. Or we could punch the nymph that has them enthralled into unconsciousness, and that could work. Or we could convince that nymph to just let them go.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful plan. You should definitely do this, yes?
Should we punch
is-
the mushrooms?
No. I mean, that's not... no punch. Why does there have
They're
to
a
be so much
symptom, not the
punching?
cause.
I don't actually punch anything.
Good. Oh, I like you.
No, she got spells. They do the punching for her.
Oh, well, don't punch with spells either. Just no
Use
punching.
Use Mage Hand.
Magical
Use
or
Mage
not.
Hand.
No, don't stop it. Just be friendly, nice to each other, yes?
Seems our only option is to find Demetria.
Maybe you
So
can...
wait, is it Demetria that's doing this to him, or is it the nymph you were just hanging out with?
It's Demetria.
This is her place.
Is she using the nymph you were just hanging out with to do this to them?
Oh, I mean, use is a very broad word. It could mean so many different things, you know?
So yes.
Ro, you've
Well-
traveled a lot. Are you familiar with the whole like using a wishbone to make a wish thing?
Oh, I've heard of it.
Because I'm thinking you and Brissa might want to do that with his legs.
Oh, that is not necessary in the least, I assure you.
Then answer the question straight up, huh?
Or maybe you mind your manners.
What part of the satyr body is the wishbone?
None. Stop it. All of you.
Say the horns, right? They like break off. You.
Here again, I was thinking legs.
Brutus.
just-
Why not
And he kind of
both?
looks towards you. You won't let this happen, will you?
Depends on what sort of information you can give us.
Oh! You hurt me.
Not
Look
yet,
at
but you
you.
might.
You are built to be a lot of things, but you are built to be a defender. Those too weak to defend themselves, please. These friends of
These-
yours are insulting me.
These historians over here appear too weak to defend themselves, if you
Oh.
ask me.
They're fine. Look at them. They're just interested in eating and fucking. That's not that bad.
I'm sure if they had their wits about them, they'd be interested in a bit more. Like getting out of here.
Having your wits about you is just so overrated, really, if you think about it. We like to get drunk, we like to get high, we like to feel the ecstasy of another body wrapped around us. All of those things are to what? Escape this flesh prison experience that we are all under a thrall of.
It sounds like he wants to escape his flesh prison.
I was gonna say we could help with that.
We can help with that.
I see there is no helping you.
I just wanted a straight answer. You're the one
Listen,
who beat around the bush.
I don't want to have the bush get mad at me, because when I tell you too much, then Demetria might, actually do what you're saying anyway. So I'm trying to be nice and accommodating, and you are here suggesting you're breaking my legs. It's just not nice.
Well, I mean, dislocating your hip more likely, but yeah.
It's the same difference.
Sounds like you're stuck between a nymph and a hard place.
More like
I
a
say
nymph
we
in a
take this
rude
up with
place.
Demetria.
Nymph and Rotus.
Maybe you just ask questions I can actually answer, huh? Maybe you be smart instead of strong. You not so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Katrina,
So-
it's time to move on.
Is that nymph over there the one enthralling these people? That's a
No,
question
they're
with
taking
a simple
drugs, you
answer.
fucking idiot. Look at them.
Okay.
Idiot.
Was that so hard?
Yes, because if Demetria breaks me apart, can I come after you? No.
You
You
can
could
try.
haunt him.
Rude person.
But, I'm the personal bodyguard of a demigod, so...
Yes,
He's gonna
and
get
I have a
pissed.
demigod that is going to hunt me down if I tell you too much, so...
We can protect you from Demetria.
You're threatening me. Well, you're not you. You're cute. But these people...
And we're the nice ones. That's the funny thing.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
that's true. Usually
Everything
we're
was
the nice
very
ones.
nice before you came, and then I saw you, and I was like, and then I saw all of you guys, and I was like,
I'm sorry, I just got, knocked out by a bunch of little assholes throwing their shit at me, so I'm kind of in a bad mood right now.
Yeah.
I think when you play good Centurion, bad Centurion, half of us is supposed to be good. I think that's where we went wrong.
They definitely missed that parchment.
We were all bad Centurion.
We all went bad Centurion.
Well, I hope this helps your little plan. You go talk with Demetria. I think I've heard enough. As he starts walking away.
All right, so what do we do with them? How do we get them to stop eating the damn mushrooms?
We go talk to Demetria first, and then we can just take them out of here. And then eventually we can figure out a way to help them.
Yeah, I think it really all relies on what happens with Demetria.
Hmm.
Like, these mushrooms...
I really
think
don't want to
broken
have to
back
fight
you
her.
know?
I like
Okay.
her sister.
Hmm.
I hope we don't have to fight her. I hope we can reason with her.
Depends on if her plans were to eat these people or something.
Pretty sure she's
I'm-
eating these people.
I'm
Yeah.
just.
I think a couple of them are eating each other right now.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
This is a family show, man.
No, it's
What do
not.
you- I
And
don't-
Brissa, I just love that thought. Like, Brissa's just like the sweet, innocent child.
I mean, if we can at least move them out of there, I'm not against burning the mushrooms if we have a way to do
Might want
that.
to hold our breath. Who knows what happens if we inhale that smoke?
Yeah,
there's
that's-
no smoke. It's just kind of like some of the water kind of
No, but if we burn the
vaporized.
mushrooms, there might be
Mm.
smoke.
yeah,
Oh yeah, sorry.
If the mushrooms get in our system at
We're
all.
doing something you haven't seen before, thinking through our plans.
I know.
We're
I'm
not
so not
just
used to it.
running in.
I'll tell you guys what. You can make me either a nature or a medicine check as you kind of look over, because the glaive itself is actually just filled with exotic different kinds of plants and flowers, in addition to the mushrooms upon in the back there.
Oh, I'm actually okay. Nope. Just kidding. I got a 13.
9.
Fine. All right, as you guys take a couple minutes there and start searching through this, you guys definitely can see that these are mind-activating mushrooms that these young adults are eating currently. And as they're feeding each other the pieces of mushroom, you think that there are definitely there's a danger that they might overdose. But what did anybody roll a medicine check? It doesn't look like it.
I will do it.
No, I'm
Go
not
for
good
it.
at those.
Go for it, Rodus. He's gonna roll a nat 20.
Schwink.
Close enough.
Oh,
Heck
look.
yeah. Oh.
Kasari,
Did that
you're
change
fairly
that?
certain that they're probably going to pass out before they could consume enough to really kill them. So the upside of that one is hopefully they're going to be okay, keep eating them. But the other thing that you realize, in the state that they're currently in, they can actually be reasoned with. So there might be a chance that you can talk them into just leaving. This is likely going to incense Demetria, but if the nymph and those satyrs are to be trusted, they're also not going to interfere so that they don't have to fight you guys. So your medicine check tells you that. Yanni, meanwhile, you walk around, and aside from some of those drugging mushrooms, you also find a few interesting plants. One is an Ethereum plant. No, we're not talking about the Bitcoin here. But you know that you can make a poison out of it. The essence of ether. It does appear to take about an hour to harvest and that kind of stuff. And hey, thank you so much for the follow, by the way, and for the bet. Thank you so much. You also see that there is a plant called aconite, which can be harvested in order to create another poison called assassin's blood. And finally, there's a sunroll berry bush, which, if you harvest it, has essentially the same effects as a good berry. And Tempestima, thank you so much for the follow.
Aconite, isn't that monkshood? That's a real thing, right? I watched Dexter. What can I say? Hey, any of you guys good at picking plants? Because we got some here we might be able to use. Casaria, you seem to like nature stuff. Do you know the right way to pick and harvest these things?
Should I do a nature roll to see if I can harvest them?
Honestly, if you
are
guys just
proficient
take-
with an herbalism kit?
If
That's
you
what I
guys
was going for.
take
I
enough
don't believe
time,
I have one.
you guys can just pick stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have an herbalism kit.
I think we're
Wow.
just scared to touch the mushrooms.
Oh, look at that! It is Lonebird! Lonebird is watching! What's up, man? Hey!
Yay!
Nice. While everyone is gathering up the various plants, I want to, with Corinna, try to convince some of these people to just like. I think if we can convince Corinna and all of her friends to get up, or Corinna to lead her friends out of here, that would probably be the best and safest option for them. So I'll go up with Corinna and say, sorry, I'm walking up here. You think we can convince them to up and leave this place? Maybe if we take away their fun.
Well, you'd have to probably scare them out of their minds or something like that. They're way too excited to go do things with each other right now.
Do you think they'd be more responsive to fear?
No, that's how I would settle it.
What if we tell them there's a big orgy out in the woods?
Give them more of what they want.
Good
That's a
work.
good plan.
Maybe one of you nymphs steps forward and pretends like you're the employee. You get the sense that they're not actively listening, like her friends and some of the new people
Okay.
that she doesn't recognize.
Brissa and I could both potentially charm them into coming with us. Brissa, have you ever heard of a... hang on. Brissa, have you ever heard of a fan dance?
Do you need a fan? I don't have a fan. So I don't have a fan.
I think I saw a couple fans over with those nymphs over there. I'm sure you'd pick it up. Anyway, do you have a little juice that you could use your feminine wiles with me? and get these people out of here?
I mean, I could just try and talk to them first if we want.
Oh,
just
you
try
have
and
that
talk
group.
to them.
You have that group convincing thing, right?
Well, it doesn't convince them. I don't know if I'd use that. I just am a good talker when I need to be a good talker.
Heck yeah.
Bristol will just go pick the berries out of the bush and try and like hide from Crane.
Let's go with
Leave me alone.
Laura's route first, and if we need to intimidate them out, then maybe we'll see what I can do.
I could help with
Alrighty.
that too.
So, David, before I forget, how many of the different plants are we able to harvest?
I'll get back around to that one, so we can
Okay,
address that
no
one.
worries.
Just remind me though, because
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
DM level and all that stuff. So
Notice I said, hey, I just don't want to forget. So
exactly. So as you guys go forward, and Lyra, you kind of like step in front of them. You see again, they're just too busy, kind of like starting to fondle each other, feed each other the stuff like that. What do you say?
I'm gonna lean over to Rodus and whisper, Rodus, what do I say?
Just tell them that there's more fun to be had if they follow Corinna.
Oh, that's
Tell
true.
them Demetria wants them outside for the main event.
Better mushrooms.
I mean, you've tried Molly, but
Right? Let me tell you about the stuff that I just found. Okay, yeah, I'll just kind of clear my throat and try and get their attention. Just
huh? Hi. And you see
So
like all of them kind of like looking you up and down. You kind of feel like,
very if you guys like these mushrooms, there's some mushrooms outside that do some crazy stuff, and it'll be wild if you go out to those mushrooms. Like, if you eat those mushrooms, you can do stuff like this, and I will cast disguise self and turn myself into one of the nymphs that we saw earlier.
Go ahead and make me a deception check.
Sick.
I get advantage.
isn't that one of your racial things?
Well, no, that's only on persuasion,
Oh, gotcha.
but my deception's +6. So.
No advantage, but go ahead and make the roll.
Mm.
An 8. It's an 8.
Alrighty. You
What
kind
did I
of
say
look
last
at them.
night? Why do we make plans? The dice hate us.
They kind of look at you and just be like, listen, why don't you have some of these? Like, why do we have to, get up and go outside when we can just stay here? We have water, we have mushrooms, we have each other. And it's like the drunk guy at the club, kind of like half fondling, and she's like, kind of like you see the eyes kind of rolling. You get the sense that there
Last
might
call
be
at the bar.
there
Very
might be
grossed out.
exactly. It's so bad. There's another chance for you to potentially try to convince them, but yeah, it seems like they haven't quite caught on to that yet.
All right, Rodus has had enough, and he'll step forward. I'm wondering if you'll let me, I want to have the visual effect of my radiant consumption, where it's very scary, like light pouring out of my eyes.
I mean, you can cast a
And,
light cantrip, right? So as part of your racial thing, so you can just have essentially, we'll say for flavor, your veins kind of start lighting up. For that, sure. As the light kind of starts shining off your body.
Yeah, and I'll put I'm not going to draw my sword, but I'll put my hand on the hilt of the sword and just say you'll need to clear out of here relatively quickly, or we'll just have some other way to go about this, I think.
Whoa, bro. I'll go to make me an intimidation check.
There we go. Intimidation.
Heck
Noise.
yeah.
As he steps forward, all of his veins are just kind of bulging and lighting up as he grasps that hilt and kind of starts to half pull it out. There's that sheen of the silver edge of the sword. As they're all like, oh, Man, you're really harshing our vibe here. This is not nice. As they kind of like start grasping as many of the mushrooms as they can, and just kind of like stuffing them in nature pouches or other places, and kind of like get up as Korina goes towards you, Rodus, and says, "Thank you.
Think you
I
can
don't think
lead them out of here?
these idiots are worth it, but I will. We're gonna
Back
keep
to
going.
Astoria safely? Of course.
Well,
I think we have other reasons to be here as well.
I don't know if they're safe enough to travel yet. I'll see if I can't just... Shit. In this state, I'm worried about leaving them alone.
You could tie them up.
And she kind of does a whole, like...
Tie them all to the big statue upstairs and call it a bondage session.
They're really not going to care if they still have the mushrooms. They probably won't even notice. Just let them eat mushrooms, but tied to the statue. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. If you're able to secure them and can meet back up with us down here, I expect we'll be off to meet Demetria. Don't think she'll be too happy with us, spoiling her feast.
Yeah, she's probably going to be not very happy with us now.
Yeah. Please. Honestly, if you can, do not hold back. She's just going to do it again. Unless you can somehow get a firm compromise out of her. Let's put an end to this shit. Appreciate you. And no more flirting with satyrs. Turns around and kind of starts leading the people upstairs.
I still look like a satyr, don't forget. So
Yep.
I kind of give her a, hey, we're all right.
No promises.
And she just kind of like lazily flips you off as she walks by with a smile.
I wouldn't be a son of Peter, if I didn't get around.
But you could break the cycle.
I mean, you're not an alcoholic. Yet.
That we know of.
One step at a time.
Alrighty. As you guys see them walk away, and Korina leads them all out as they have just like hands full and bags full of the mushrooms, starting to carry that stuff up. As far as what you've been able to get,
I might want some of them for later.
after about an
Can
hour
I
of
grab some, actually?
Sure. In your inventory, just mark down hallucinogenic mushroom for now.
Magic
far as
mushrooms.
As far
Psilocybin, you got it.
Oh my god. As you get enough plants of the Ethereum, you can spend the next hour and you're able to get enough for a single dose of Ethereum, so essence of ether. However, in order to actually make the essence of ether, you do need to be proficient with and have a poisoner's kit. So mark that down for later, whoever's doing that stuff. So if that's you, Yanni, go ahead and mark that off.
I'll add it to my notes.
For sure. If you want to do the aconite, it's going to take another hour of harvesting that stuff. Up to you.
Maybe after all this is done, if we're not in a hurry to leave.
All right. The berries were super easy to harvest, actually, as you can mark down 30 good berries for now, Brissa.
Oh.
Yanni, you are decently sure, though, that just like the good berries that you get from the spell, these berries don't last longer than 24 hours. So keep that in mind.
Best be on our way.
Probably don't need to keep up with all of them, but anyway.
Should we distribute those? They're pretty
I
good
don't
in
know,
a pinch.
Feel like we should go throw them at that asshole satyr. But
When I was younger, I went through a phase where I was trying to lose weight, and all I did was good berries and terrible diarrhea, but I had a shredded V.
Thanks for sharing, I think.
Little nod
Yes,
to
I'll-
critical roll. I think in
I guess
our
I'll
world
get-
it makes sense that also gives you diarrhea. I like it.
I'll give everyone 4 good berries, basically.
But you could get everyone 5 good berries. Oh, I see what you're doing.
I don't.
I don't either.
I
He's
just did my
keeping
math
some
wrong.
more. Oh, I thought you're just
only-
keeping some more for
I-
yourself.
I just mathed wrong. You're good. Everyone gets 5 good berries.
Heck yeah.
Wow, Brissa, hold it down.
Also, by the way, while these guys are adding that to their inventory, we do have
Oh.
Lone Bird in the chat right now. If you guys want to follow the link down below. So again, that image that you guys saw of Brissa in the beginning, phenomenal art. He is an amazing, amazing artist. Go down to that panel below that has the Lone Bird graphic on it. Click on that. Check him out on Instagram, and maybe even get in touch with him through the chat if you want to about some of the work that he might be able to do. Fair warning, though, he is pretty busy. He's a pretty busy guy, so just give him some time.
Just with this group.
Yeah, I know.
So these are like real good berries. So if I eat 4 of them, I'm back to full health, right?
I mean, if you want to shit yourself, sure.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's like eating 4 Thanksgiving meals back to back. Because they're that filling. It's a flavor thing that Matt Mercer added in Critical Role. If you haven't paid attention to that one, just because it's a little cheesy, but it's kind of fun at the same time.
Well, that kind of shoots the whole using them for healing thing in the foot.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you'll still get healed.
You'll just feel a little bloated after. It's fine. Heal and bloat. Heal and bloat.
Worth it.
Yeah, it's
Does the-
flavor
does the-
bloating, so it's flavor
Does the
shitting.
bloat enforce any mechanical disadvantage?
Potentially that you lose bowel control later on that day. That's all. Might be some good roleplay.
Everybody already thinks I have poop problems anyway, so.
Perfect. So really, it goes into the character.
Where do you think the goatlings get their shit-covered rocks from? They just eat a bunch of good berries. And...
Oh. Is it good berry pits? Wait,
No.
berries don't have pits.
They are bad berries.
Bad berries.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got the berries.
Gross.
All right, well, I'm gonna max my health back out from these good berries, and if there's fallout from that later, well, I guess I'll deal with it.
Oh, there will be fallout. You can be sure of that.
Sounds more like squeeze out, but either way.
I mean, at a certain point,
You look so bloated that you're almost a circle. And you
of
look
course.
like that.
Oh, am I
purple-
friggin' Violet Beauregard
Yes.
from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yep.
That's exactly it.
Brissa, as you had moved towards the center northern part of this central glade that you're in, there's a long hewn stone pathway, and it is torchlit, a corridor that descends for about 100 paces northward. The walls are decorated with ancient, colorful mosaics which depict vignettes of 6-armed warriors, farmers, and priests. As you look around, no activity. However, you do see a multitude of doors, one door on the left, one door on the right, and one at the very end of the hall that you can kind of like barely make out in the darkness.
Before we step in, Bristle would like point to the pot and be like, did we check the pot? Should we check what's inside the pot?
You mean the clay urn on top of the tree trunk, right?
Yeah, she's just calling it a pot.
Mhm.
It's a pot,
It's
dude.
just
I think they were doing mushrooms, not pot.
Sorry,
we
do you let
Didn't
him
we
know
find
what
out
it
it
was?
was a burial urn?
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
Justin
think,
does
I don't
Casaria
think
let
Casaria has shared
Brissa
with
know?
us.
I said it was Ash. Somebody was just talking over me.
Gotcha.
Oh, mischief.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I don't think we should touch it.
That's interesting.
Maybe
Does
on
that
a
trigger
wall.
any recollections of anything I've read about? Why you might have an urn full of ash sitting in a...
You can be the last person
a
to
tree
make
stump?
that history check, yes.
Okay.
It almost feels like a tribute or a
It's
like above is the statue of Sidon, below is the grave of Thylea kind of thing. Like,
you wreck your brain there, and as you're trying to figure it out, you're just like, "Yeah. Ashes, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Oh, that's nice. Has a ring to it."
Mhm.
As you keep walking.
Okay.
Onward.
Rotus
Mhm.
is very
I'm not going
superstitious.
first
He's
this
not
time.
touching any urns.
Let's go.
Lyra,
sticking
there's
right by
like
Ro.
slight nibbling at your neck as the scroll seems to be just like tugging at your earlobe, like trying to turn you away from the corridor.
look, I get that you don't want to go in here. If you don't want to go in here, you can just stay back. But we're going in here.
Hides back.
Should we hold up here? Check the door.
You want me?
Check
You
the
want me
door.
to?
Do
Give
you want
me-
me to-
All right, so you guys keep walking in. So again, the people at home don't really see much. The stairs kind of descend further down, and as you walk maybe another 20, 30 feet forward on the left side, up to the west, there's another door that just currently sits closed. As you step close to the door, you can hear some female as well as goatling laughing from the inside.
Malacas?
There's people in there. Maybe we should just keep going.
Sounds like goatlings. Maybe we should just trap them in there and they'll starve to death.
Let's just keep going, Yanni. Later. And what about this one? This one doesn't seem to have a door on it. Maybe it's just an opening.
I see it.
Yeah, I see the door.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guys?
That's weird.
Yeah, it has a door right there.
I mean, I see the door symbol, but I don't know. Maybe I just
Yeah.
couldn't see it in
If
the
you, unless you click on it, it doesn't. But
art.
as you kind of try to listen in there, you don't really get anything from that room.
Should we check out this one? Seems empty.
Let me see. Let me take a look at the door. See if
Yeah,
there's
go
anything we
on.
need to worry about.
It could just
I
be
would-
sleeping goat people.
I would like you to check for traps, please.
All right, go to make me a perception check.
I just clicked the wrong place.
Alrighty. You look around and you guys watch as Yanni kind of starts inspecting the seams of the doors and kind of is over by the lock, and suddenly he kind of trips over something, shoots the door open. He rolled a natural one, but he did a blind jam roll, so he didn't know that. As you kind of just open
Wow.
the door up, and as you open the door up, what you see is a round chamber that looks to be warm and comfortable, a sleeping chamber with feather pillows and animal skins, and 4 young men and women are sleeping upon those skins, just like...
Mm.
Do
So it's
they?
just like you said, that orgy was too soon. This orgy was too late. I guess the next orgy would be just right.
Do they look like the same general disposition as the other ones, or do these look like they might be cultists of some sort or something different?
They seem to be, again, kind of like your average historians or maybe Metrosians, but yeah, no, seem like more young individuals.
She certainly has a type.
Well, yes.
No mature people in these groups.
More people for the slaughter.
I feel like we need to block that other door. Keep things from coming out after us.
How can we do it without making any noise?
If we block it right, it doesn't matter if we make noise. I mean, I guess there could be another way out. That could be.
I could do it with water. Just give me a few seconds. If you give me actually probably a few minutes to go back up the stairs and bring some water over from the river and basically frame it around the door and then freeze it into place. I could do that once or twice.
That
How
could
long
work.
does that last?
An hour.
I mean,
And
do you really need to freeze the whole thing, or just like the lock or the mechanism or something, so they can't open it?
if I can do the whole thing just as easily as I could do a single part of it, why not all?
I'm sure that makes sense. I was just thinking, so you don't have to carry as much water. But yeah,
I can
There's water
carry
over
up to,
by
9,000 gallons in one turn.
there's water by the mushrooms.
there's water straight out the tunnel
Just
here.
right at the tunnel.
Oh, you're right. I'm just real focused on these mushrooms.
We have officially lost Tyler for the evening.
They're so
He's
shiny.
just like,
the
Can I do
mushrooms.
this on Twitch? Is that okay?
They were just sparkly and glowy and
Hopefully the not harpy. What are you? Siren. Siren metabolism is faster than the average historian.
that's rough. It's rough that you called me a heartbeat. It hurts.
I was gonna say that's an insult.
Yeah,
It hurts
that's
right
an insult.
here.
I think that's a great idea, Crane.
I think so too.
I've already done it. Or do you want me to click the spell?
So if you want to try that, you certainly can. However, you're going to need to make me a dexterity stealth check on this one.
Sure. Dexterity check.
Stealth check, yeah.
Oh no, I think we might have lost.
I
David.
think we lost him. Froze up.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, no. Crane, why did you freeze David? It was supposed to be the
Oh.
door.
The stream went down too. I wonder if his internet
okay.
cut out.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no, he's back. Oh,
You're
Okay,
back,
he's
David.
back.
oh,
We gotta check.
Oh.
We gotta check. Is the stream back,
Okay, the
baby?
stream's still down.
the
Oh.
stream is freaking out.
Yes, it is.
There
Oh.
it is.
Oh.
Uh,
Ah. What is weird is it works for all of us, right? All right, y'all. We are back. Things seem to be okay once more, so hopefully they will remain that way. Sorry about that little tech outage there. Thank you guys for being patient. As we're diving back in, just as a reminder, Crane had or wanted to sneak up to a door, and at that door, she wanted to use her shape water ability to kind of take the water and freeze the edges along it, which I believe, how long does that take? It's immediately frozen?
Yeah. I can move it and freeze it in 2 actions, so 12 seconds. Well, by the time I get it up to the door, it'll be a couple minutes, of 12 seconds by 12 seconds.
Okay.
6 seconds by 6 seconds, but the freezing
Right.
only takes 6 seconds.
But the minute that you kind of let go, does anybody have shape water as well? That would be helpful if you do.
No.
Okay. If you don't, this will be part of it, but as you're kind of like taking the water and you kind of like having it float over there, because the second that you switch over to the other function, that's like a very quick in-between step, right? Go ahead and...
I think you can have 2 functions happening simultaneously. If you try to activate a third, the first one goes
absolutely.
away.
You're absolutely right. As you take the water and kind of like push it outward to the stuff very carefully and silently, you then very slowly over those 6 seconds kind of start freezing the edges of the water. There seems to be no reaction from the inside.
Sick.
Hey,
I can
Damon,
even change
Damon,
the color
Damon,
and opacity of the
Damon.
water.
Damon, the plan
so I
worked
can
out.
make it look
Damon,
like-
hey Damon.
Okay.
Where's the big reaction for the plan working out? Where's the big... I'm just giving you a hard time.
Sorry, I have blueberries. I was distracted.
He's eating his good berries off in the corner. He's just like,
All the
What?
good berries. Damon's gonna poop everywhere.
oh no! Live on
I'm a
stream,
method-
no!
I am a method actor, okay? It's just that simple.
Doesn't that have to be
Why
Why are you
grapes?
guys eating everything? Stop eating everything. All right.
Gonna poop everywhere.
Good job, Crane. Good job. I like that. That's a good plan.
The other door too. Do we have time, or we just let them sleep?
I'm not worried about them so much.
Yeah,
Sure.
those some just people.
I'm gonna peek around the corner up here.
Alrighty, as you start creeping forward another 20 or so feet up the stone hallway, you see up ahead another door, and a pathway that leads to the right from your perspective, towards the east.
I'm gonna peek carefully around the corner to my right.
As you move up there, you see another torch burning lonesomely in this hallway that ultimately leads to another wooden door at the end of it. So,
There's a door
again,
in front of me. A door in front of me, and then one far down a hallway to my right. I think with everyone behind me, I'm just gonna creep up to the door that's about 10 feet in front of me and see what I can hear.
Oh, do a barrel roll.
You hear some...
Exactly. I'm gonna somersault across the hallway, spy mode.
You can actually immediately kind of smell that there's definitely a smell of roasting meat that is coming in between the cracks of the door, and it's kind of like you hear some sizzling of it on the other side, and wow,
Oh,
that
we found
sounds pretty
Marcus.
Does it smell like
Oh.
pork?
It smells like pretty good roasted meat. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll call back to them. I hear something cooking on the other side of this door. Should we check the other one?
Probably.
Is there any difference in what the doors are made of or look like, how they're presented?
Nope.
Okay. Why not?
Do we want to go in here in case they might still be alive?
Do you only hear
Yeah, I'll knock.
cooking, or do you hear somebody cooking?
You do hear some clanking, and as far as you kind of hear, there's every once in a while kind of like the clicking of hooves.
Does it
And a
smell
little-
like chicken?
It smells like delicious meat. You're not quite sure. You can't quite place it.
I'll just nod at Brissa. And we'll break it in.
I'll take out my glaive. Be ready.
Heck yeah.
Destroyed and
Do
kind of
this.
like sizzled as it is.
Excuse me.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Foundry,
you should get
how the lighting
you do.
effects, does it take into account whether or not a character has dark vision, or is it not that?
It does take that into account. You have dark vision and it's not accounting for it.
I don't have dark vision,
Okay.
so I will just whisper, I can't see anything.
Nice.
Because I literally cannot see anything on the map that everyone just ran into.
Oh.
right
Yeah,
now.
you walk up and then kind of like stepping into the darkness. They're like, "There's a door."
They were like, what's behind this door? And they just disappeared off the map.
It's right here, Lyra, I promise.
There's just an arm that kind of peeks out of the darkness.
Yeah, so I'll
Hey.
draw my. Oh,
Hey, Casaria, keep up.
they're up there.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll draw my greatsword and we'll get ready to rush the door. Reach for the handle and see if it turns.
Magic stone.
And as you open the door, you see
Stabbed.
as you get stabbed by Brissa. It seems to be a kitchen of sorts. You see stone and wooden tables for preparing food. A large bronze oven that dominates the north wall, blasting the room with heat. You see two you do see two goatlings kind of working, and as they're kind of like have like they seem to have cut off some meat off of a bone, and the bones are kind of like thrown off to the side there. And as you guys are looking around, it definitely looks like they're just kind of preparing, cutting up meat,
Do they
kind of
have
like
chef's
roasting and
hats?
stuff like that. Of course, and completely just like blood-soaked leather aprons. Have to. OSHA.
Have they noticed us? I'm just
Oh yeah, definitely. They're kind of like turning back
Okay.
towards you guys. I'm like,
You kicked in the door.
We didn't care. I just said I was going to see if it turned. So,
and you kind of look there as Brissa and Rhodas. You guys are kind of standing there with your weapons. They're just like, huh? What are you?
I'll step in the room if I can.
Been with him.
Huh? Hey, you two are probably supposed to be eating mushrooms. Get out of the kitchen. Come on. You guys can fuck somewhere else. This is not the place where you do this. Come on, get out of here. Go.
I'll just nod my head. Of course. Yeah, we're looking for
Yeah.
more of those mushrooms.
Yeah, do you have any like cooked mushrooms? Like we'll help it for some extra flavor.
We do. I mean, sure, but it takes as they kind of look at each other and kind of giggle, the fun out of it.
Chris will just look at Rhodas and
Yeah, we're gonna go do it. I'm gonna look meaningful at her. And...
I'll stab the one in front of me.
Alrighty, sounds good. As we're going to go into initiative, hang on just one second.
Fuckers.
They're doing it.
True.
David has become
Guys,
so
I
much more
still
bloodthirsty
can't
since he
see
started playing with me.
anything.
Yanni just hates these assholes now after 2 encounters with them.
For
They're
extremely good
particularly mean.
reasons. Alrighty.
Oh, I think my initiative was blind. My bad.
I mean, it should still show up for you just
Yeah,
fine.
for sure.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
Oh, it was a 4. I'm glad I didn't
Alrighty.
see it.
Alrighty.
Look at that initiative order.
You know, I think when I made that comment a few weeks ago about never going last, I've not gone last, but I've not rolled well since then.
Get another back, baby.
All right, as
Wait,
this
Yanni, what
one
was that?
is already in your reach, ching, it is, it is just like and as you kind of like go to start swinging, he's like, oh no, and starts running, kicks the door open, and go ahead and make me an attack of opportunity. He does. No, he's trying to dash. And you barely miss him. As the glaive hits the door itself, as he kind of kicks it open, he's like, ah! And he's just going to try and book it out of that room.
We gotta get that thing fixed.
Yeah.
It's a little bit.
And as it just runs down that hallway, clink, clink, click, 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 all the hooves are kind of clacking along, reverberating there, and it's just like, please, please, please. That's as far as this goatling is going to make it, which brings us to your turn, Rodus.
At 23 initiative, I am going to close the gap to the closest one and make sure that he is not also able to alert Demetria to us. So I'll make a normal attack with my greatsword. And I will
And the
fail
curse of Rodus
miserably.
The
to
curse
hit.
of Rodus continues, y'all. Oh my gosh.
You didn't do it athletically.
I should have grappled. I bet I wrote a roll to 20.
You can still try that.
I can bonus action grapple. I think so. I have moved 5'10". I am going to try to grapple him and then see if I can pull him back, even just like one spot away from that door.
Alrighty.
Throw him
So
in the
I'll
oven.
Make my athletics check.
Go for it. This is gonna be a nat 20. Just wait.
Oh,
Oh shit! I had the goatling on public, so I gotta switch that back over. But as you can see, at 25 beats at 23, as you the thing, it's just amazing. You know, you're kind of going to grab it. It perfectly goes underneath. You're like, no, you don't, and you kind of grab it by the horn and just hold it up. It's just like its little legs are just starting to kick.
And then I just want to sort of like pull him back away from the door, probably so he's where I am.
Alrighty. How much movement did you use by then? 10 feet. Okay.
I was at 10. Yep.
All right. Alrighty, ending right there, yeah?
Yep.
Alrighty, that brings us to the goatling, who's just like, let me go! And is going to try to get out. Go ahead and roll me that athletics check, if you would.
No chance. I am too strong.
Strong! Oh!
Okay.
He had to jinx it. Y'all, he had to jinx it.
I am done with these boundary rolls.
Yeah. All right. As it rolled much better than that, it is able to wiggle out of that. You do get an attack of opportunity, though, as it starts running away from you.
I will take it.
Take it athletically.
And is it going to be traveling through?
That is a hit. And as that goatling tries to run away from you, you just completely slice it in half as the two halves just land in the kitchen here.
Teach you to make me fail an athletics check.
Alrighty, that brings us to you, Brissa.
Step into this hallway. Can I see where the goatling went?
It does not appear so. You can keep stepping forward if you'd like to find out more.
I guess so that was 5 feet, so this would be 15 feet. Oh, I can't actually move there.
Yeah, it's because of the wall bucker.
There we
And
go.
as you step forward, you do see him there at the very end of the hallway.
Alright, so that was what, 15 feet? So 30 feet? Oh, and then
As you-
I'll have to...
See a door there on the left side.
I'll have to dash to get right next to him. And I'll just be like, hi. And I dash so I can't do anything else. Can't do anything special.
Alrighty, that brings us to Yanni.
Let's see. 5, 10, 20, 25. Damn it. I'm not going to be able to see it.
I'd say technically it just has 3/4 cover, but you could try to get it. And it is 45 feet away from you, FYI.
Okay. So that's disadvantage with sling. Drop my sling, pull out my bow, just for range. Bow.
Hey, you're gonna die!
Heck yeah, it is.
As you shoot, and even with 3/4 cover, that is still a hit. As he's like, Dimitri, no! Actually, you didn't have sneak attack on that.
I mean,
Oh, he's too far away, isn't he?
Yup.
Or
No.
she?
But
My bad. Well, just ignore that.
no, I'm engaged. 'Cause
um,
I'm 10 feet.
is it
Oh,
5
yes,
feet
yeah,
or just
reach.
engaged in melee? That's a good question. Hold up. It says within
It
5 feet
should
of
say
it.
right here.
Oh, enemy of the target is within 5 feet
Yeah.
of it.
Um,
Okay.
Yep.
I'll remember that for next time. But
It's all good.
Yeah.
I just
Still,
thought it was engaged.
he's still
I
done
don't think we
dead
needed it.
As
I'll pick up the body and bring it back with us.
Alright, that was a little noisy, but good job.
all right, you guys try to. We'll go out of combat there for a second. You guys take the body and kind of start dragging it backwards quickly. Brissa, as you step forward to get the body, though, you do hear some chairs scraping there. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check really quick.
Good dexterity.
Alrighty.
No.
And,
All
like,
right.
come on, and you're trying to get a good grip on the goat thing as you sling it over your shoulder, and as you try that, suddenly the door opens, and before you see a beautiful young-ish appearing nymph, and barely kind of behind her and over her shoulder, you see what is a feasting hall that is dominated by a huge table shaped from what appears to be living oak. The table has enough chairs to seat a dozen guests or so. Food and wine are artfully arranged on the tabletop. A beautiful silver dragon horn with gold fittings sits at the center of the table. And you are fairly certain that right there is the horn of Valmetria. Now, the
It's
nymph...
funny, it looks like a chicken.
The nymph kind of smiles at you as you see girls behind her, again of that same young age that you had seen the other one before, and there's just a voraciousness as they're hungrily devouring the feast before them. And she goes, "Well, I'm glad to see that you have such appetites." She kind of looks over her shoulder towards them. "There's nothing more delicious than a lover's flesh, is there?" And she turns back towards you, Brissa, and goes, "Welcome. You must be one of the ones that my father warned me about. Please, come join."
I'll like look towards like the hallway. Do I see like my comrades? I'll like look at them nervously.
Can we see Brissa like down at the end? Sorry.
Oh yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't.
You guys
Just
can
for a
definitely
minute.
start kind of like starting to sweat bullets. Brissa,
Oh,
the
we're out
other
of
thing that
combat?
you see at the very end of that table is this massive towering cyclops with multiple arms and just like a bunch of weapons kind of slung in different places, having all of arms, all 3 sets of them crossed over each other, kind of just looking at what you're going to do next.
Picture kind of makes me think of the love child of Kratos and Goro.
Oh yeah.
Fist will just pat the goat and be like, "I brought you dessert."
And if I can tell Brissa's like in a sticky situation, I'll try to sneak along this wall, sort of, as far as I can.
Make me that stealth check.
I'd also like to know if I could hear it from the other side of this door and potentially be ready to ambush. What would you like me to roll for that, if anything?
You can hear it. As far as ambushing goes, I mean, you just kind of step up to it, right?
Well, yeah, I'll just be ready then. Cool.
And the girls... And this time, Brissa, you kind of like have to hold back your puke impulse as you definitely see what looks like a roasted humanoid arm just like being ripped the flesh apart as they're consuming that.
I know, Briz pukes.
Yeah.
Briz pukes.
Yanni, while all this is going on, Yanni opens the oven to see what's cooking.
And you see there's like a quad of like the upper leg of a humanoid kind of slowly roasting in there.
Yeah, we
You
found
see-
Marcos.
And there's just like multiple pieces of a humanoid roasting in the oven.
Guys? And girls? Guy and girls?
I guess I'll walk into the kitchen because I still don't know what's going on.
All right.
Because until
While
like 6 seconds ago, I couldn't see anything.
while this is all happening, you see the big guy kind of step over and just be like, and kind of like point towards you, and kind of like does this motion, Brissa.
Oh, I guess that guy's sort of scary. Briss will just walk forwards very slowly.
No.
She's taking her sweet time, like it's like that shuffle that like you're totally like pouting, you don't want to go. She's taking her sweet time,
Still goat boy on her shoulder.
Yeah. With the,
Make
with the
me-
goat.
Brissa, make me a deception check as you're trying to like drag this out for as long as you can.
Oh god, that's not. I take it.
Alrighty, as you step forward, Demetria had kind of like already like gone to sit down as she just kind of stops, gets back up and says, "Oh, if you don't want to talk, we can do other things too." Still, there's like the loud chewing, like the already disgusting, probably in and of itself, chewing noises of someone eating loudly with their mouth and they're just like ripping off, and there's just like as
So
you
they're
have
like
already.
gluttonous in their.
Oh my
eating.
god,
Is that
yeah,
what you
it
mean?
is voracious.
Hmm.
Gross.
I guess we could talk. I don't really. This is. Oh, wait. I guess I'll just set the goat in this like next to the door. Just like pet it down on the ground. Just like prop him up against the wall a little bit. Like look like it's sitting.
She
Still
kind of
trying to
steps
like.
over and closes the door
Oh.
as she motions for the head seat. Please.
Crane's
Make
really
yourself
worried that
comfortable.
slump against the door was Brissa, so she's like getting antsy.
Yeah, I'll just whisper, like I'll sort of whisper back, but I think we're maybe a little bit wound up, but I'll make sure everybody knows, like, Brissa's on the other side of the door up here. Hurry up.
I guess I'll. You want me to sit here, like in this chair? This is your chair. I can just stand. I don't want to impose or anything.
As she opens the door back up and just looks at you, Rodis. The rest of you, too. Please, come in. She just kind of steps over. This guy kind of shifts to the side again. She makes herself comfortable there.
I guess I'll sit there.
All the girls are just starting to voraciously eat away.
I will sit right next to Demetria.
Honestly, it's so dark in here. You should really work on your lighting.
Oh, you have a hard time with this. Shame. So, I'm guessing you have come here for a reason, yes? And I'm gonna blow her up just a little bit so you guys can see what she looks like for the stream at home. So no, she
If
doesn't.
I had
blow
any
up
spell
like a
slots left,
massive-
I might blow her up too.
Shoot. Let me see if I can do this.
She's covered.
Covered by all of you guys.
No.
Bring to front.
She just envelops all of us.
Grows to a massive size.
As she... My father said that you'd be coming. Oh, and you on the outside. You can come in too.
Shit. Okay.
I'll say, seems your father's always one step ahead of us.
He is a god. Of course he is.
I've seen gods who don't look quite as godly, if you will.
Suppose your father being one of them, yes.
It seems you know more about us than we do about you.
Of course I do. Much like my sister, I have the gift of sight, but unlike my sister, I know the right people to bless with my beings. Please. And she motions for the food that is presented for you guys. You see that there indeed are like baked chickens and potatoes and other kind of like foods all across this that have nothing to do. You see a hog's head, all non-humanoid foods. However, the four girls are absolutely, it looks like, humanoid flesh.
I have heard the rumors. You sell your skills to the highest bidder or the worst people.
No, those are wrong. Interesting. Where did you hear this from?
Oh, this and that, I guess. Crane's feeling pretty intimidated.
Oh, so gross.
Wow, dude.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm very, very full, and I'll eat a good berry.
She kind of
Am I
furrows her
correct in
eyebrow.
this?
You picked at my garden. That is not nice.
You know, fruits
Oh,
are free.
Your friends that were out there eating the mushrooms told us to have at it.
You. I'm surprised that you are still alive.
I'm just a satyr. I don't know what you're talking about.
And it looks at you. No, you're not. And she waves her hand, and as she does, the magic just disappears from you.
Yeah, give me a few more levels. I can do that too.
Oh, you have disadvantage on everything you do for being so meta about everything. Just kidding. As she goes, huh.
At least you used one of her slots, Yanni.
Interesting that you have made it this far. I have to
Yeah,
give
well,
you credit for
you're-
this.
Your auntie's friends haven't done their job yet. What can I say?
First of all, they're mine. And I have been sending them after you. On behalf
well, fuck
of
you
my
then.
auntie.
I mean, honestly, they're not very strong. If you really wanted to kill someone,
Hey,
you
wait,
could-
wait! Don't help her. She's fine. Don't help her.
Oh, don't worry. We're getting some reinforcements in the ranks. As she looks over to the four women now who are just like all eaten and kind of like, and just start kind of like healing over in pain as you see them kind of, and as their bodies just seem to kind of convulse and pop back and forth.
Yeah.
As she just
didn't
says-
guess this was gonna
Rhodos will like push his
Shh.
chair back and stand up.
Hush now, my
Mhm.
sweetlings. This is a great blessing. Now you shall have the pleasure to serve Lutheria for the rest of your lives. And you can start by slaughtering uninvited guests. And as you see these four women, you see their teeth start to sharpen their bones, and their legs seem to snap backwards as horns just incredibly quickly start growing and curling backwards on their heads. In a matter of seconds, they all are transformed into monstrous maenads. Now, as far as that goes, just as an FYI, in this world, they are definitely not good creatures.
Into who? What now? Not goatlings?
Maenads.
I was just expecting more goatlings.
Goatling 2.0 or something.
Alrighty, as at this point,
Apparently,
be kicking
maenads
it
are something
back.
different than I know of.
yep,
Oh,
in this world, they are not quite the same thing.
oh no,
Oh no.
they look kind of hot.
Oh no!
Yeah, that would, that would be a reason to. That would be a reason for concern for sure. That you think they're kind of hot. Yeah.
Alright, let me get the music switched over as well.
And also this. Oh, great.
My
These
foundation.
alacrity rolls have just been the best today.
So you had a 9, Lyra, right?
Yep.
Alright, I gotta roll for initiative too. Yay. Oh man, so many dice. Alrighty. Making sure that
I'm
audio
so
works.
psyched to fight this Cyclops guy. He looks so cool. I want to kill him.
Yeah, you see.
I was
He's all yours.
I was excited to fight until the 4 people turned into other creatures.
Yeah. when the
Yeah.
when the numbers kind of swung in against your guys' favor a little bit there, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so as we kick it off and begin combat, the first thing to move, as he was just as excited as you guys to act, he just goes and kind of steps around the table
fucker.
and immediately goes for you, Yanni.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Such nice table manners. Oh, excuse me. Bang, bang.
As he at the same time pulls out a battle axe, a pike, and a short sword and starts making attacks against you. First attack is going to be a hard miss. Second attack coming down as the battle axe goes, and you just like, ah! And it just flies over you. The pike, however, on the other side comes and follows up with a hit. As you are still under your...
Hit by more than 2?
Yes.
Okay.
And your shield also does not block it enough.
I don't have any spell slots left anyway. So
As
God, I forgot we
you guys
just
watch
fought stuff.
in horror as Yanni almost gets like impaled by this thing and pulls back.
Jesus.
12 points of piercing damage in that one.
Fuck.
Last attack,
Oh, God, I
What?
get 3 attacks.
also
That
miss.
was 4.
That's just like
Yeah, it's got a fuck ton of arms, dude.
yeah.
It was too many attacks. Too
Yes.
many.
Brissa, you're the next one to act. What do? You see all of the one looking at you with these long, sharp teeth.
I'll back up in the chair and just like try and stab my glaive at the one next to me on my. I guess that would be my left. Yeah.
This one right here. Alrighty.
Oh God, no.
You kind of like awkwardly get out of the chair, kind of kicking it back, and as you try to make that attack, it sadly misses.
Yeah. And the bonus attack. Oh, yeah, it's better than nothing.
Bonus attack. Let me double check one thing really quick. Hits.
Oh, okay. I should have the same miss. I was about okay with that.
Did you mean to attack with a javelin?
Was that a javelin? Hope.
He was just
I mean, I
hoping that
guess
the
it-
numbers would look better on a
Yeah.
javelin than
Yeah.
on his glaive.
Hey,
Yeah, I see
I
what
guess
you
it
did.
didn't matter.
It's 1d4 regardless.
You might want to count the javelin back up because that might have counted
Yeah.
against.
That is true. All right. Yeah, and that is all.
Gee. Rope. Alrighty, that brings us to the first of the main ads.
Oh, God.
Sure, it's the one sitting next to me.
Nope, it's the one sitting next to Brissa as she kicks back the thing and is going to... Oh, looks like we lost someone temporarily. Sorry about the craziness that you guys might be experiencing on the cameras for a hot second. And we have them back. As you see her kind of kick back the table and just like... just kind of like starts this weird convulsing dance back and forth. All of you guys need to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh god.
Well,
I am currently not in Foundry. If you could roll one for me, that would be awesome.
Sure thing.
I'm trying to get back in.
Rolled you a natty 17. You good.
Heck yeah.
What are we rolling? Charisma saves? Okay.
Charisma saves. Uh-huh.
I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's pretty good.
Alrighty. Saria and Brissa, the two of you guys kind of like start feeling yourselves getting overtaken by the sensation as you start convulsing and dancing as well. As you guys will have to do me some rolls at the beginning of your guys' turns. Remind me of that when the time comes.
Now I only have to survive 4 more of this.
during this, while you're dancing, you cannot take reactions, and we'll roll a d10 to determine what exactly you will actually do. Let me
Is this
find
a
a good.
magical effect?
I'm sure.
Advantage then.
You resist it. So it is
No,
just Casaria. So you guys are only losing your healer. It's all good.
Yeah.
God bless pseudo dragons.
Our healer controller, yeah.
Hey, we have another healer. He's in my clothes right now, technically.
And there's just a squeaking sound that you're pretty sure means I told you so. All right, Yanni, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to disengage.
What?
5, 10, 15, 20.
The Cyclops says as you move away.
30. And just for that, Jackal, you get jinxed.
All right.
Disadvantage on strength.
Cool.
In case Rodus decides to, throw down with him.
Alrighty. End of turn.
Yes.
Alrighty, that brings us to the second minute. All of you guys, excluding Casaria, make me a charisma saving throw.
Here it
I
is.
want to use my... No, not yet.
Oi! Natty 20.
Ooh, beaut. What a beaut, and that sound effect. Crane and Rodus, both of you guys start dancing.
All right, what jig is Rodus dancing on his turn then?
This is certainly. What would you say? Like maybe the shopping cart, or what do you think? Like the what is that called?
He's gonna be like
Sprinkler.
what do they call like riverboat dancing, where it's all in the legs, you know? Yeah.
Perfect. Alrighty, as it then just kind of like gets up and stands backward a little bit. Which brings us to Demetria, who just looks at all of you guys and she's like, "Ah, you poor creatures." Hey, welcome to the show, by the way, DM Stasia. Thank you so much, and welcome back to the show. As she kind of like gets up, you have no reaction, and just stands in the corner, just laughing at all of you guys. That is all she does. Rodus, go ahead and roll me a d10.
D10.
Roll good, roll good.
Ooh,
No, that's not good.
We don't know.
That's the opposite
that's
of
true.
good.
It could be any.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
that's true.
so-
We don't. You're right. We don't know.
As you're dancing, you're just like, as you take 5 points of psychic damage.
Okay, so
And-
ones are bad.
Hey, it's not good.
All you do this turn is frenziedly dancing, and you take the 5 points. At the end of your turn, make me another charisma saving throw.
I would like to give Ro my DM inspiration,
Go for it.
so you can roll it with advantage.
Do you think before? Yeah, I mean, thank you. Do you think that it would make sense for me to use it now on this roll, or wait until my like next? Oh, I guess the first roll that you make is just what happens, and then the
Mhm.
second roll is when
Yeah.
you get out of it. Okay,
So this
that
is
makes
how
yeah.
you
sense.
break out of it, so you have your turn
Yep.
next turn. Mhm.
Okay, then I will use it, and I will roll with advantage.
And DM Stasia, what did you guys just get done playing? Did you guys do D&D? No, you said, what were you guys up to? Send us over in chat. Go to make that charisma saving throw, bro. Oh.
I tried, man. I
Oh,
tried.
even with advantage, that is only a 7. Oh yeah, that
Two more.
that dude has 6 arms. But yes, Llama Herder, this boy be big. As that is all
He's
you're
the
doing.
love child of Goro from Mortal Kombat and Kratos.
He looks so cool.
Casaria, go ahead and roll me a d10 if you would.
He does look pretty rad.
Is that from the
upset about it.
Dragonlords art, or did you get it from?
No, that is
elsewhere?
from the Dragonlords art. That is in
Oh,
the book.
so
It is
cool.
so fucking cool.
They've got some fantastic art.
Certainly try. All right, and 9 is act and move normally. Kasaria, what would you like to do? As you kind of like momentarily stop dancing, like, no! What would you like to do?
I am going to try to hurl flames at the Cyclops.
Alrighty, you have disadvantage because it is a close range. It's a ranged attack that you're making while you're engaged in melee.
Okay.
And this is what this fella looks like from the book itself. It is terrifying. Can I pull this up? Can I do this? Hold up, working on it. There we go.
Damn.
Is a big boy. It's just the art is so good in that book. Seriously, it's amazing. Even though it's like he's like throwing back the axe and it kind of looks almost bent there. Do you guys see that like bent like quality there? Alrighty, so as we're going back in, so let's see what you rolled there. With disadvantage, you got a 12. That is going to be miss as you pull back the flame, and it just takes one of the axes, has it actually deflected upwards into the ceiling as some of the embers kind of rain down.
But he's so big.
Mhm.
How does that miss? He's so big.
Right?
Oh, he
One
does
of
have
his-
a shield.
One of his arms is also wielding a shield. Yep.
Oh. Fine, I guess.
I don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity, so I'll just stay right there for right now.
All right. There is space behind him if you want to move over there, but up to you.
Sure.
Ready as you get out of your chair and kind of like start moving around. Demetria is laughing, and she does not take her. She absolutely does not take any of her reaction to attack at you. She's like, "Oh, Sidon will be so pleased that you died here this day." All right, that ends your turn, Lyra. It's yours.
It's been like quite a while since we fought those goatlings earlier, right?
Been a while. I mean, you guys didn't take a technical short rest, but
We
So
took
not
an
an
hour.
hour?
Flowers.
you guys just never
At least.
declared it. You know?
It-
I'm just kidding.
It's been an hour, but we just didn't rest during that hour, I think is what.
Oh, well, that's.
Is his hex still up? Is what he's trying to get to.
No, it's not. If we took an hour to pick flowers, I didn't hear that part, which is sad. But that's okay.
I missed that too.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh no, it's fine. I probably was zoned
I
out
was under
staring
the
at the mushroom.
We could roll to pick it, or we could spend the time, and we didn't roll, so I could be wrong.
Fair. I will. I will also hex the Cyclops thing.
Double X. Pew, 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 pew.
And I'll give it disadvantage on, I don't know, dex checks, because Yanni already did strength.
Well, here's the thing: if you move yours, it stays whatever you chose now, right? So,
Well, it's gone. I'm recasting it.
no, what I'm saying is, so what you're choosing now,
Yep.
I think carries forward. So
It's
you might
good
want
on
to.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
no,
every other
no,
thing.
I know. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, sounds
I'm sure
good.
we'll probably rest
But
after
this
we
just-
get completely demolished.
Just make sure
in
he
this
doesn't
fight.
have a good way to get out of a grapple. That's all.
NBD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You right. I'm sure we'll sleep after we get completely smashed to bits.
However many of us are still alive.
Yep.
Just once, I would like to start a fight without getting crap beat out of me before anybody else gets a turn. Just once.
And I can't really do anything else, which is unfortunate.
You can laser beam.
Um,
Not well, but you can
what?
laser beam.
No, I just cast. Oh wait, Hex is a bonus action, and I thought it was an
Sure
action
is.
because I'm dumb. Yeah, I'm a laser beam.
Laser beam. Pew 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 pew. Alrighty.
Oh, at this level, it's just pew, but
Yeah, just a one pew. Heh.
With
Nice.
disadvantage because you are
Yeah.
and I'm guessing you're targeting it as a big guy, right?
Oh right, because that thing
He's
is
got
behind me or
ridiculous range.
whatever. Okay, disadvantage. That's fine. That's okay. Eh.
Not bad.
Still good.
Alrighty, as you pull the energy all together and pulls it into him, you see the strands kind of pierce underneath the skin and lift themselves up as there's a little bit of a fountain of blood, just like a little. That is a hit, and for a total of 11 points of damage. Very nice. Alrighty, as you tickle it.
I was thinking about moving so he doesn't just completely come after me, but he's not gonna care that I'm gonna move. He'll just still come after whatever he wants to come after.
You get the sense you are in the range of the pike.
Oh right, he's got real big arms and real long weapons. I'm gonna stand right there, I guess.
Alrighty, sounds
That's
good.
it.
In that
I'm
case,
done.
that brings us to the Maynard, who is also frenziedly dancing. She's just like, is going to roll a d10 just as much as you guys are. Attacks the nearby ally
The other.
as it's going to attack the other Maynard. Which is going to be a miss and another miss. She pulls out a dagger and just tries to stab at that other Maynard. Is going to try to make her save and fails. Alrighty, that brings us to this one. She also steps back. Rolls a d10 to see what she's going to be doing, and that is going to be also attack the most nearby ally. First dagger attack
Just
against
going
her
at it.
is going to be a hit. Second attack,
Yay!
They're both dancing capoeira.
exactly.
They just happen to be right next to each other.
Does 13 points of piercing damage to her.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
booyah.
It's a
All right,
lot.
Crane, roll me that d10.
D10.
All right, 3. You attack the nearest ally, which in your case, let me zoom out a little bit, is going to
It's
be
me.
Yanni.
It's Yanni.
It's always
So
Yanni.
Crane starts to break dance and then wraps Yanni up between her thighs and squeezes him.
Kinky?
I can choose how to attack him, right? Because it would be completely unarmed if that's the case.
I mean, for you, that is technically still a proficient charisma check. So yeah, go ahead and make me a charisma check and add 2 to that.
Okay, charisma check.
Yeah, the demigod sorcerer can actually punch with their charisma. It is so dope.
That is super cool.
Excuse me. Get my character sheet up. Fucking, my mouse is having a lot of trouble.
No worries, my man.
Okay, so
Roll
you said
bad.
charisma check with
+2.
+2. Why don't I just do it on there? Oh, so I have a. Sorry, for clarification,
Mhm.
I already have a +3 to charisma checks. You want me to add +5 instead?
Yeah, it's gonna be a d20 +5. Yes.
Okay.
That's why I was like, just roll a charisma check and add a +2 to it, or
Yeah.
roll a d20 with that. Alrighty, as a natural 6 is not enough
Heck
to
yeah.
hit Yanni, as you're just like, you try to make that weird little breakdance check, and you're trying to like put your legs around Yanni, and you're like, what the?
Just going with the flow, baby. Going with the flow.
Make me a charisma saving throw at the end of your turn.
Heck yeah. Oh, that was con. My bad.
I was still a natural 4, which, even with the
That's cool.
+5, it's not enough. Alrighty, that brings us to the Cyclops. At the top of round 2 is just like kind of like squeezes into the side there and is going to try to smash down. Casaria, you actually get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Go snakes.
Yeah, sure.
Rhodus, avenge me.
As the snakes try to get at the calf as it moves away, it's just slightly too fast as it kind of like seems to squeeze around. It's almost like it's respectful of the feast that was laid out before it, and it actually gets the squeezing condition as it tries to hit down on you. First attack is going to be still a hit despite the disadvantage. As you do you have anything fancy as a reaction? Nope. Okay, that's going to be 12 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and make me a concentration check.
We hate to see it.
Alrighty. Alrighty. As you maintain concentration on the hex, second attack is going to be the pike with disadvantage. That is a miss. And the last attack is going to be the short sword, and that is going to... Oh my god, also be a miss, but just barely. It's just like...
I cry a lot.
Alright, that brings us to Brissa.
Brissa will see that her friend is being attacked and will move down right here.
As you get on top of the table, kicking some plates out of the way, bringing your glaive to bear.
And then
kick the horn in his face.
And she'll just like try to stab and maybe. No.
Oh man, you guys didn't see it.
It's broken. It's a broken glaive now.
Yeah, with the ooze, it just burnt it away. It's just like, and you kind of stick it into the table like, shit, and you pull it back out. I'm guessing bonus action.
You always roll better with the butt end of it than you do with the blade. Like every time.
I think you just get a quarterstaff, and then it's both ends are butt ends. So.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, that is that's all I wrote for now, I guess.
Alrighty. I guess you're hanging on to that last spell slot just in case, huh? Alrighty. That is going to bring us to a Maynard. She is going to first do this. Alright, it does not recharge. Alright, as she just goes like, jumps on top of that and tries to just make these incredibly reckless attacks against you, Brissa. So her attacks are going to have advantage, and yours, or everyone's attacks against her, will also have advantage. First attack is going to be a hit. Damn it, because it also destroyed your armor a little bit. As you take 4 points of piercing damage, second attack with advantage is going to be also a hit. Another 5 points of piercing damage.
Dang. That one earlier must have really hit hard when he hit his own friend.
He rolled well. Alright, Yanni, it is your turn. You see Brissa is beset. You see that Casaria is hanging out in the corner with Demetria. The massive boy is doing crazy stuff. What do you do?
Okay, I am within short range of the sling, so I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna cast Magic Stone and throw a Magic Stone. Or sling a Magic Stone, specifically.
Alrighty, as you...
I don't like my odds.
You drop your bow down. Well, actually, you dropped your sling. Well, we'll say you picked it up earlier. As you try to fling it up, the shield goes and bounces off the shield.
Son of a bitch.
I move back there, and I'm good.
Alrighty. That brings us to another Maynard. This one is going to... not recharge her ability, so she's going to recklessly attack Rhodus. First attack is a hit. for 8 points of piercing damage. Second attack is also going to be a hit for another 3 points of piercing damage.
Sheesh.
Alrighty. Demetrius just like... And you! Pointing towards you, Yanni. You were destined to kill Lutheria! Oh, this is good! Oh, this is ridiculous! But... And as she starts singing,
I'm
she's
so
like...
tired of these cocky assholes laughing at me all the time.
Goes,
Crane will
and
start laughing along.
sweet, my sweet
Kim, Kill the
Casaria.
barrier.
Casaria, why don't you... sweet, my
Okay, your 6 seconds are up,
sweet.
bitch.
Y'all, is going to make me a wisdom saving throw, Casaria. Alrighty, as you're able
That's
to
how you make a wisdom saving throw.
withhold or withstand that, and she's just like, all right, I think the time for playing is done. Yes, and she kind of like starts to slowly walk towards you, Casaria. Rotus, it is your turn. Roll me a d10.
I'm gonna roll d10.
Mm-hmm. 10. You get to act and move normally, my friend.
Hey!
Okay, so again, this
I know
one
what he's doing first.
was reckless, or yeah, recklessly attacked. This one recklessly attacked. What would you like to do?
I feel like I want to grapple the Cyclops, but I think it might be better to kill these mini boys first to get them out of our way. I think I'm gonna grapple the Cyclops. I think if I can hold them off, everybody else can finish.
That's a great idea.
Don't forget you're not raging yet.
It cannot be more than one size larger than you. This is a this thing is 3x3. Oh wait, isn't that superseded by your ability? Hang on.
Yeah,
Hold
my Herculean
up.
path. So it's it can be up to one size larger. So if it's 2 sizes, if it's gargantuan, I can't. But if it's huge, I can.
And you can grapple the Cyclops.
Nice.
All right.
I will.
Don't forget you're not raging yet.
Well, the question is, do I bonus action and then bonus action, or do I grapple and attack?
Dude, the fucking Maenad just took half your hit points away because you don't have your resistance up.
Yeah. That was a lot of damage. I'm going to bonus action rage first.
Alrighty.
And I am really pissed at my half health point. I will consume my rage usage. Blam. That will give me advantage on my athletics check to grapple giant Cyclops. Man, I can't get any closer, right?
Yeah, you are in grappling range for this one. All right, it's going to make its check. Go ahead. All right, you kind of like, as it's trying to squeeze through and kind of like it's hanging over, you grab it by an arm and kind of like pull it over as you just kind of grab it by the throat. And it's like, as you have it grappled.
Hell yeah.
Oh, damn!
And then am I able to... Actually, I don't think I can actually get it out of range of Lyra because it has reach.
I'll be okay.
I want to push it back, I guess, as far as possible. Could I make it so he's taking up... His center is in this space? Do I have enough movement?
Oh. 10, 20. No, you couldn't.
No.
I mean, not his center for sure. But you could probably push him out
If I can push him back even like 1, yeah. Out of Brissa's range. Oh, actually, maybe Brissa wants to stay.
Well, no, Brissa wants him to step into her range, right?
Right, that's what I was...
Okay, so that
I think
would
I'll...
be 5, 15 feet. You could certainly do that. You're going to provoke an attack of opportunity yourself.
I don't think it's worth what we're getting for it. I'll keep him there, but as long as he can't get all of his attacks off, it'll be useful.
Alrighty, and a turn.
That's it. Bonus
Alright.
action 2 times.
Casaria, it is your turn. Go ahead and roll me a d10 if you would.
Does Rotos get to see if he can be normal again, or is that only one time?
Oh, you're right. Charisma saving throw at the end of your turn, bro. Thank you so much for on me,
Thank you.
Lyra. 6. You attack the nearest enemy, so you're gonna attack Demetria.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Get him with those snakes.
Is Ro good with a 16?
Yes, you are.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
All right, you make an attack against her as all of your snakes kind of try to strike, and she's like, she almost like backhand slaps one of the snakes out of the way. That is a miss. You have your bonus action to do whatever you'd like to do.
I'll toss the healing word at Lyra. Level 2. And that's my last spell slot, y'all.
Ooh, what a
At
good
least-
fucking roll.
yeah,
Justin
at least
has
you made
the
it count.
best healing rolls I have ever
So
seen in
good
any game.
every
It's just
time.
bananas. Guys, for you guys at home, that was a max HP roll. That is amazing. Alrighty. End your turn there.
Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, Lyra.
I appreciate you.
Oh, make me a charisma saving throw at the end of your turn, Justin.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, you are able to break out of it as well.
Oh god.
Which one?
Just slap.
I'm gonna Misty Step.
Do you have a spell slot? Oh,
Nice.
that's part of your innate,
It's
right?
from my Fey Touch.
Yep.
Everybody's favorite feat.
I want to go straight back.
Alrighty, as again, you kind of
Oh,
seem to
hey,
step backwards
I know you.
and reappear next to Yanni there.
And then I will fire another Eldritch Blast at the Cyclops.
Alright, go for it. Ooh,
Heck
good
yeah.
hit. Good hit. Roll me that D6 as well.
Yeah.
Christ!
This is
18
where
points
the
of
mojo-
damage? Are you
Yeah.
Thank
kidding
you,
me?
Cyclops.
That's amazing. As you just take it and like you seem to focus it down on the eye and you yank back the strand. You see it kind of like definitely like you pull back all of the skin and like some of the blood as it looks at you with all the blood kind of running around that center eye.
Don't you ever touch me with any of your hands ever again.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can
Wow.
do.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Alrighty, that's going to be a D10 from the man, and that is going to be another ally. Oh my god. Okay, it is going to recklessly attack because I would have done that.
I hope they kill each other.
That is a hit, and that is a natural 20. Alrighty, as that is going to be 17 points of piercing damage. Alrighty, and then the charisma save.